Our next graduate joined us in P4 in Moshi. From the very start, he was described in reports as friendly and amiable. Although quiet in class, he demonstrates initiative and eagerness to learn. He too is a talented sportsman, winning Best Batsman in Cricket, Badminton Player of the Year in 2008. He coached field hockey and was indeed Tanzania's representative at the World Youth Hockey Promoters event in June 2008. Ladies and gentlemen, the versatile, woodworking Mr. J. Lodhia. Our next graduate joined us in S2, where he is described in one report as, quote, a bubbly character full of life. Despite the impression he can give of perpetual bewilderment and an habitually bemused expression, Roger is actually a pretty astute character. Described in one physics report as, quote, a star of the class, Roger has actually been applying himself pretty assiduously to his studies, pulling out some very respectable scores in a variety of subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, the inscrutable Mr. Roger Mendy. Next we have a young lady who also joined us in B1. She is a very caring and passionate individual, who I think has grown tremendously over the past 2 years. But she is a woman of many parts. She also impressed on the hard labour trip, showing she has the capacity for initiative and really hard work. She's hoping to go to study marketing and business, where her enthusiasm will take her a long way. Ladies and gentlemen, the girl with a brilliant smile that lights up the room is Helen Nkenga. Next we have a young Tanzanian man who joined us in D1. A very quiet student in class, nevertheless a student who is very popular with his peers. He's extremely polite, respectful and helpful, although he was almost late today. He's a keen footballer, though I'm also told that outside the class he can be a bit of a party animal. Is that why you were late today? He also does an extremely good line in fairy sandals. They really are something to see. His academic performance took a knock after he was involved in quite a serious accident, but to his credit, he's come back with the same bright, optimistic outlook as ever. Mr. Jackson Nkenga. Next graduate also joined us in B1, coming from Braeburn School, where she was head girl. She kept that pretty quiet, but then that is quite characteristic of this particular student. She is actually a very able student, but she tends to hide her light, at least in class, where she's so shy, especially in English class at least, that trying to get her to volunteer an answer can be a time-consuming business. Similar to getting blood out of a stone. But our explanations would show how articulate and eloquent she can be when she puts her mind to it. Planning to go to the UK to study business and management, public policy, ladies and gentlemen, the enigmatic Mr. Mohammed-Hussein. Our next graduate is quite possibly the only chagger in the world born in Jamaica in the West Indies. Although she comes off chagger stock, she is still learning Kiswahili, but that didn't stop her throwing herself into teaching the tiny tots at the daycare centre, showing care, concern and compassion. She's noticed also for her warmth of character and for her observational skills. As one of her peers commented, she notices the small things about people. Or that quote, she's very observant and analytical. Although sometimes the logic can be a little fuzzy around the edges, she was once heard to say, and I quote, "A leaf falling could signify that a teacher is late, or something." So, we have a free period. Now, I don't think it works that way, really. She's stylish, urbane, and has a lot to say. And is hoping next year to say it in the United States, where she wants to go to study computer information systems. Ladies and gentlemen, the girl who brought the Jamaica sunshine here to Moshi, Ms. Jennifer Moshi. Next, we have our second scholarship student in this year group, joining us from Marion School in D1, following more excellent national exam results. She came fourth, I think, in the national exams. She too has thrown herself into the wider life of our school and has also been a tremendous asset to this year group. She loves working with children, not only at local orphanages like Moshi Chapel or Treasures of Africa, but even in her summer holidays. She's very proud to be a Tanzanian and helps to organise workshops to empower girls at these local orphanages. She's also been on several hard labour trips, scaled Little Mary, represented the school at the Model United Nations in Nairobi. Ines Mugangi. And next we have another scholarship student who joined us in D1, overcoming personal family tragedy to obtain outstanding results in the national exams. And he too has been a tremendous asset. Not only is he strong academically, but has also taken advantage of just about everything ISM can offer, and has certainly given back at least as much in return. He's been to Little Meru, taking up swimming and rugby. He also plays football and volleyball. He's been extremely active in the CAS programme and the boarding council, organising activities with local schools on his own initiative. Perhaps the best idea he had was the football tournament he organised, when he had the brainwave of giving a goat as a prize for the winning team. Mr. Desmond Moshi. And also joined us in D1, Malcolm, known as the Silent One, Mr. Malcolm Mwanga. Next we have a young man who is Tanzania, but joined D1 from a school in Bangalore, India. And with his supportive, affable nature, he has slotted into ISM as if he's been here all his life. He too has taken part in a wide range of school activities, from cricket, where he can put a very decent spin on the ball, to hard labour, Oki trips, to the Paring, Mwenzi, Gilman's Point. He plays badminton, squash, and has taught junior cricket. Mr. Ed Clapton, Nathwani.